The 200 Xpedition is a serious fishing boat with some serious power and acceleration. In just 7 seconds, you're doing 40 miles an hour. Very smoothly, too. Princecraft's Xpedition line isn't new, but this is the 200, and it's taking the Xpedition line up a level for the serious angler.
And one of the first boxes you have to check to impress the serious angler is serious performance. So let's see what happens when we bury the hammer.
52. You won't have any problem covering a lot of water quickly in this.
With a 20-foot long center line, you can straddle a lot of wake and waves. And as I've come to expect, handling with Princecraft's is solid and responsive. There is one thing I would change if I'm being super picky. There can be some significant bow rise. However, that's because it shoots you out of the water and you're off like a shot. So I suppose I can live with that.
You have the option of single console, dual console, or, as we're testing, dual console with the wraparound walk-through windscreen. And at 53 miles an hour early on a cold morning, this windscreen is a game changer.
When you take a break from ripping around and take a look at the details on board, you'll find the helm well appointed and laid out. As tested, featuring a Raymarine A98 down vision GPS multifunction display, there's also room above for an additional fish finder unit on a ram mount.
As impressive as performance is, that's only half the story on a fishing boat. Once you're in that favorite bay or fishing hole, you want to be able to get some work done. And up here on the 200 Xpedition bow, they have 11 more inches. The stern casting platform, 4 extra inches compared to other models. Also, a ton of storage.
There are 2 dry storage compartments, a wet storage compartment, and a 17-gallon or 64-liter aerated live well.
And when it comes to the dry storage compartment, something that can often happen is wet gear or damp gear just starts smelling musty in there. And some of the high-end fishing boats will have blowers going through, and there are some compartments that have a blower option on this 200 Xpedition. Really clever touch though is there's a scoop at the very bow. As you're running on the water or on the trailer, naturally funnels air through, keeps it circulating. You won't have that stinky gear anymore.
Anglers note there's never enough storage, but the Xpedition 200 does its best and has some clever options, from this mesh at the bow for tackle boxes to this drawer under the portside console, and more mesh under both consoles, which is great for storage of bags or jackets. There's starboard side gunnel storage, and traditional storage like a lockable portside glove box. As tested, this particular Princecraft had the 160-watt Jensen stereo option, but this is a heavy-duty fishing boat and the fishing-specific features are everywhere, from the 10-rod storage locker in the walkthrough, to portside storage along the gunnel for 4 more rods. The storage blower switches and live well controls, both bow and stern, are within arm's reach of the captain, and the stern live well being the bigger of the two at 20 gallons or 77 liters. And for big water fishing, there's the option of solid downrigger supports. The raised stern casting platform converts to passenger space with flip-up seats, and behind the seat on the starboard side is convenient battery access. In the very center is a large storage compartment that flips right up for larger tackle boxes and gives access to unclip the tow pole you have the option of putting in. And all around, the aforementioned flip-down cleats. Princecraft has been in the fishing game for decades and lately been very popular in the fish and ski category. But the Xpedition 200 should launch them back into the big fishing category in a big way.